Afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. It's John Ross show for July 30th, Wednesday here, 2025. It's a whole 70 degrees outside here, and we've had a little drop on that, so that's a good thing. It's a little cooler now, and so we're enjoying that. So we'll enjoy that. We're going to talk about today the Trump coffee tax and other things. We got to keep reminding ourselves about the snap cuts coming, and we'll talk about other things. Uh, this coffee tax. What am I talking about, folks? I just realized, and I knew Trump was going to do this, but he did it. He signed an order, and we got to look at the constitutionality of these orders. But he just decided to put a tariff on Brazilian coffee and other things from Brazil. Brazilian coffee makes up about a third of our coffee drinking beans, where we get our beans from. I don't know where Trump gets his beans from, but it's not good. We got a coffee tax. And I just was reading an article on Yahoo Finances on Cafe in LA was deeply worried about this because they were using their green beans from Brazil and roasting them. A lot of roasters are going to be affected. I don't know about my friends in Batavia here, Papa Nicholas. I don't know. I know they have Colombian beans. I forgot if they got Brazilian. They probably do. So they're going to, a lot of our roasters are going to be affected, and Brazilian coffee is very is quality coffee. Okay, you say, oh, we can do some in the United States. Not really. There's only two places we can do that. One is a state and one is a commonwealth. So the state would be Hawaii, might have some coffee, and the commonwealth of Puerto Rico. Those are the sources outside of other imports. So the coffee tax is 50%. 50%, folks. So our coffee is going to be coffee. It's going to be costing more. And just remember that it's going to come in about 7 days. I think it's August 6th is going to be the effective date on that. And he signed this order today that we're going to have the coffee going to be affected. And there's numerous articles about the other things that are. OJ got exempted. It looks like OJ got exempted. Don't ask me. They must have a better lobby than coffee, I guess. Or Trump likes OJ and doesn't care too much for coffee. Now, the interesting thing about this whole thing, I want to get that. I gotta get that. The leader, the former leader of Brazil, is why he's doing this. This is a strange thing that he's doing it because his friend Bolsonaro, Bolsonaro, Trump-like guy, tried to overthrow the election, and he's getting on trial and things along that line in Brazil, and he wants that stopped. Oh, doesn't that sound sort of familiar? Hmm. Trump and this Brazilian ex-president have seemed like they're buddies. I can understand that. So we get tariffs because of Trump, and he wants to be a buddy. Does this sound like? This doesn't sound good. Where are the Republicans on this? Oh, we'll let it go. Maybe they don't drink coffee. I think they do. They just all drink orange juice. That's all. No, they're gonna be paying for this, and there's gonna be other things that are gonna be tariffed too, and from Brazil, and then on. Well, Here's the listing of some things that are going to happen. I don't know if you can read it. I can't read it too well myself here on the screen. But on Friday, we're going to get more reciprocal tariffs. This is the deadline that Trump's not going to back down on. So we got more tariffs coming on Friday. And we also got tomorrow, we got a court that's going to look at some of Trump's tariffs. Are they legal? And there's other court cases on that too, but it's one tomorrow going to be up. So, and I don't see much from the Republicans in working on this about Trump's tariffs. I guess they just love him. And they're going to love that coffee. It's going to be so expensive. It's something else. And why he's doing it, too. It's nothing to do about trade or anything. It's just grudges, and he just thinks he can do anything because he can do a tariff. We're just going to do a tariff. Yeah, this is something else. So remember the Trump coffee tax. It's coming. It's Trump. And remember when the prices increase. Oh, they're going to go down. Yeah, they're going to go down. Yeah, they're going to go down. Sorry, folks, they're not going down. Then we got other things coming in the next month or two. I think mostly in October. Our SNAP cuts are coming to our food pantries. Our food pantries are going to be overwhelmed, I'm saying, because our people are going to need helps. And it's in the hundreds of thousands are going to need help in Illinois alone. And with the SNAP cuts. And some pantries are beefing up. And here's a way you can beef up the Northern Illinois Food Bank. I'm going to put that up right here so we can beef it up and get ready for these SNAP cuts. Trump SNAP cuts, too. Trump's really thinking about the common man. We'll give tax breaks to billionaires, but we don't care about the common man. That's tax breaks for billionaires. So that's how you can give a little extra fund to the Northern Illinois Food Bank, and they'll be helping our pantries in Northern Illinois. And now you say you don't know where some of your food pantries are. Well, here's another at the Northern Illinois Food Bank. Go there and you can find your local food pantries. In Aurora, we have several. The bigger ones are the Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry and Marie Wilkinson, and then there's others at churches and other outlets that are doing food pantries. So that's great, but it's still going to be very hard because SNAP program does about 10 more times than food banks do. So and if the numbers come in like we're thinking here, it's not going to be very good. Not going to be very good at all. So those are some of the things we're thinking about, and then of course, we need about our corruption in our government. We can talk about the Epstein files and how they're not being disseminated and just being joked around about sex trafficking, letting that go and just not even. I don't want to hear Republicans talk about sex trafficking if they're not for the release of the Epstein files. Okay, let's just go that way. We need release of the Epstein files, and of course, we're going to do it in a legal and a good way so they don't harm the girls and others that were hurt. And So there'll be some redactions, as we say, but let's and if there needs to be some more prosecutions, let's do it. But Epstein and this Maxwell were the leading ones. It's probably the biggest sex trafficking. I think it is the biggest sex trafficking in U.S. history. And some say, why are only 2 convicted? That's a good point, too. But that's the way it was. So anyway, that's another story that's not going to go away. And but our tariffs are coming. Brazilian tariffs on coffee, and I'm going to call it the coffee tax. You can call it what you want, but I'm going to call it the coffee tax, the Trump coffee tax. So anyway, that's coming. So I just thank you, and we're going to keep. We'll see what happens on Friday. We'll be back on Friday, Lord willing, and we'll see what we can do on guests too. I got to start my reach out program more on that. I have 1 or 2 lined up for the future, but we got to get some more current ones too. So anyway, I just want to say God bless all you folks, and we'll see you then on Friday, Lord willing. And we're just going to say right now, we're just going to say, as we say, bye-bye, and keep the faith, and the Lord be with you. And we got to remember to love others as the Master taught us, as Jesus taught us. So we thank you for listening for a few moments with me, and we'll be back on Friday. So Lord willing, we'll be back on Friday. So thank you much again, and we'll talk some more. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.